Greetings and welcome to Magic with Tamala Farron. Today we're going to talk about tarot decks. Now, obviously, I have many, but some of these are so amazing and beautiful to look at and use. And some of them are really, really old. Zolars. It's treasured, a gift from a very dear friend. Alchemy, 1977, England Tarot. This one here is the Aquarian Tarot. These are all older decks that I absolutely love. Tarot of the Witches. Now, they're dog-eared because I've used them for numerous years, and that's as far as I go on that one. And this is the Golden Dawn Tarot deck. And Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot deck. Now, one that most people have seen since the 60s is the Gypsy Witch deck. Everybody knows this one. It was the one my mom got me when I was 4 years old, so that I would be able to read regular cards. But it's, again, something I use. But there are a couple of new ones that I've gotten recently that I really enjoy as well. The Witch's Wisdom Tarot. Beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has many lovely cards. Many lovely cards. And it's just phenomenal to work with. I really enjoy it. The Witch's Wisdom Tarot. It's really nice. I got this, oh my gosh, about 2 months ago, and absolutely fell in love with it. It's just gorgeous, and it's just phenomenal. It's really pretty. And the backs, and it comes with a book. Nice thick book too. And it's a beautiful deck. It's really well done. I enjoy it. And it's done by Phyllis Currit. Explains a lot. Artwork by Danielle Barlow. So obviously, you know it's going to be a really beautiful deck. The next one that I love that I've gotten is Woman in Total Control of Herself, Witch. And that's also one of my favorite songs. Oh yeah. And the cards are beautifully done as well. Like, I got this deck about the same time that I got the other one. It was how would I put it? A weekend adventure. And we went for a ride up to St. Thomas and to London. Bunch of us, like 7, 8 of us. And we were just looking at different things in different witch stores and having a blast. Went out for lunch, the whole 9 yards. But the stuff that we picked up was really beautiful. And I just fell in love with these cards. I had never seen these before. And I got these at a store in St. Thomas that I just absolutely fell in love with. And when I brought them home, I was so impressed. Actually, I think it was at the lunch that I took them out and looked at them. But when I brought them home, I was so impressed to be able to use them and instantaneously picking stuff up off them like I had had them for a good 6 months. So it was really, really nice. And that's the Woman in Total Control of Herself deck. It's really beautiful. It's got, like I said, it's got a nice book. Nice box. And the deck is just simplistically gorgeous. Look at that. Gold edging. I don't know if you can see that. Gold edging. And that's the back. So, with looking at different decks throughout the ages, I guess you could put it, I have a lot of different tarots. I have a lot of different oracle decks. And I've only been collecting oracle decks for the last 3-4 years. I was not fond of them when they first came out, so I stuck to my tarot. And then I started getting different ones and absolutely fell in love with them. So now I do a combination of tarot and oracle and utilize them together. And I find it really works. Now, some people have taken different cards from different decks and blended them together into one deck. I don't do that. I use every deck on its own, and if I'm going to do 3 decks, it's 3 of each in a row, so that I'm getting the connections, but I'm not divvying up the cards. It's my way. I choose that. But again, some of the older decks are just incredible as well. And you get the Aleister Crowley deck. Now, I've seen a lot of people literally, how do I put this? Get the small decks, like the really mini decks. And that's okay. I've got a couple myself. Not because I chose to, it just sort of came from where I ordered them. And, well, now I know why they were so cheap. But a lot of people like the smaller ones because they can tuck them in their purse and whatnot. But I like the bigger ones. Now, this is the back. And these pictures are phenomenal. These pictures are beautiful. Like, why would you want something small with this much beautiful art? I mean, it's just absolutely phenomenal. Okay. Oh my gosh. And they're gorgeous. They're just forever beautiful. And I've been using this deck since I was 18. So that tells you how old this poor baby is. And that's one thing I've never done, is have a deck and not use it. What you see here, there's 3 shelves up there. Then there's 3 drawers. Okay. I have a lot of decks. And that's not including the 1, 2, 3, 4 that are on my table on a regular basis. Actually, 5, 6, sorry. But they are all, when I'm doing a reading, I will come in here and I will say, okay, what deck? And I will be put to which deck needs to be used. And it will connect. And whatever deck comes to me, or decks, I will use them for that reading for that person. Every reading's different. Every reading is unique. And I love them because they're a tool. Because they're something I use with my gift. They help me read. I don't use books. So I use my cards in a very different way. I don't sit there and flip through books for answers. I look at the pictures and I allow my gift to come through and say what I see. I don't use somebody else's interpretation of the cards for my readings. And that's me. Well, I hope you enjoyed these. And like I said, it's very wonderful to be able to have so many decks and so many different ranges. Like I've got some from the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So they range from so many different years. And they all have unique depictions of everything that they're all different. They're all unique. They're all creative. I mean, I even have a deck that Stephen Girard, not Gerald Girard, or Stephen Girard, not Gerald Gardner, Stephen Gardner. Sorry, I'll be okay. Did. And when I was a teenager, I was writing back and forth from him. And he was a Gardnerian witch that lived in the UK. And he sent me a copy of his deck that he had created. And a couple of his books that he wrote. And I've always treasured them and I've always kept them. They meant a lot to me. But it was a very unique deck, just like the other ones that I have. And they are all really good. So when you go into a store and you want to pick out a deck, you choose something that calls to you. You choose something that is amazing for you. And down the road, you'll find another one and another one. And before long, you'll have a few. You may not be as crazy as me, but you will have a few. And you will use them. You will find something that clicks for you. The layouts will be different. The way you use them will be different. Everything will speak volumes of you. And I hope you enjoy it, because that's a part of us and who we are and how we practice. And I know some witches that don't even go near scrying whatsoever. just like some witches don't work with herbs. And that's okay, that's up to them. Me, I like to be a fully rounded witch with a lot of everything that I enjoy. And cards are a must for me. So I hope you enjoy this. And like I said, the new ones that I recommend, and this one is done by Angie Sullins, and artwork is by Silas Dabali. So, and the Witch's Wisdom, Phyllis Currit, and the person that does the illustrations is Danielle Barlow. So these two are really, really good, and they're new, and they're amazing. I love them. But the other ones are just as wonderful. So if you're gifted something that is being handed down, or that, you know, somebody's mother is gifting you a deck that they think that you might like, take it. See if you can use it. You might surprise yourself that you might be more connected to an older deck than a newer deck. It happens. And it's all because things happen for a reason, and we tend to get gifts of things that we need without even knowing it. Hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Many blessings. Please click like and subscribe, and have a lovely weekend. So much.